Hey everybody, welcome back to the range. My name is Matt. Got an ammunition test for you today, one that I don't do too often. Caliber 50 Browning machine gun. This is from our friends Prvi Partizan. This is our 660 grain full metal jacket ball. Before we get into today's test, I gotta ask you guys a question. Do you all know your ABCs? I don't think you do. I think we should go over them. The first is ABC, always be curling. The next one is ABD, always be deadlifting. And finally, folks, ABAF, always be ammo flexing. For our testing today, we only have one barrel length. That is our Armalite AR-50. It has a 30-inch barrel. Sorry. We're going to run 10 of these across the chronograph and check the velocity, and we're going to see what kind of accuracy we get at 200 yards because that's the max distance I have here. I want to compare these to another round that you'll see in a different video. It's around 40 to 45 degrees outside today. I can have the coat off for a couple of minutes without the sun, but I am getting a little chilly. We'll get everything repositioned and we're going to see how fast these guys are. As I mentioned, our rifle for testing today is an Armalite AR-50. We've got an Allied Precision Arms huge bipod up front. Got a Springfield Armory Mil-Dot government model 6-20 power up top. We're gonna, like I said, we'll fire 5 rounds. I'll just cut the video so you're not gonna watch me take 20 minutes to shoot 5 rounds out of this if it takes that long. I'm usually not that patient. So you guys will just see the numbers and then we'll go down and check our target. I think Jerry Michalik said it in one of his 50 cal videos that firing some of these guns just goes right up your nostrils when you're shooting them. All right, on to our second string. With as heavy and as large as this gun is and that beefy bipod up there, this thing really isn't moving around too much. There is a little bit of wind outside today, but nothing too terrible, so maybe just M33 ball is not that accurate. Again, this really isn't a match sniper round anyways. It's an anti-material round, so it's understandable. Well, that's 10. I apologize if you can't see the screen too well. I'll have to look at that in post, and if I can't read it, I'll just throw the numbers over that screen there. The sun's coming in at that angle, and it's probably still hard to see. We'll go see what we did as far as our accuracy goes. The bad part about shooting in the afternoon right now is the sun is in a awkward spot that doesn't play well for me. These are 4 shots here at 2.63 inches here at 200 yards. If you include this guy, I'm pretty sure that's a flyer. That's over 5.6 inches. This guy down here was a test shot from some M33 ball. So hopefully our second group goes a little better. I'll slow down, make sure that we're holding those as tight as possible. Well, at least this gives us a good baseline for 50 BMG, unless there's something wrong with the scope on that gun. 5.2 inches at 200 yards. I can see the target pretty clearly, and like I said, with that bipod and the size of the gun, it's not moving at all up or down. You can see we got a little bit of wind, like I said, but nothing too terrible that you would think would affect the flight path of 50 BMG. Maybe M33 ball is just not that accurate. Your mileage may vary. Well, folks, I think that about does it for our brief overview of our Prvi Partizan M33 ball in our 50 BMG. Velocity-wise, we were right in line with what we've got with other M33 ball that we tested on the same outings. You're not going to see that 2,800 feet per second out of the 30-inch barrels. You're going to need probably the M2 Ma Deuce barrels to get that full velocity. Accuracy-wise, probably the worst of all the ammunition that I tested on these outings. I don't know if it's because the bullets were slightly undersized. They were right around 508 instead of the 510 to 511 that I mic'd some of the other bullets at. Or it could just be me, your mileage may vary. This is not my gun. It's not really set up for me. It's a friend of mine's that I borrowed. So, there's a lot of factors that can contribute. There was a little bit of wind on both days that we're out here doing this, but, not anything too crazy that it should be blowing the bullets around that bad at only 200 yards. So take that with a grain of salt. As I prepare for that send-off and as I contemplate redoing a CrossFit Open workout, I'd like to take a moment to thank all those who help make these videos possible, especially in 2021 with the way things are going. Number one are my Patreon supporters, and number two, of course, is you all for watching. Until next time, folks, I'll catch you at the range.